Hey everybody, how's it going? It is Matt and it is Bloodthirsty Thursday. Oh my goodness, I am happy to see each and every one of your faces. I hope all of you guys are having a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk, all that lovely stuff. Please do like, share, and subscribe. I love seeing each and every one of your faces every day of the week. And do always look in the description box for more information of the movie of the day. Today's film, there is going to be a basic synopsis, your starring cast, your director, the runtime of the cut I am watching, and a couple little trivia. Usually I have either a link for a trailer or a scene, and in today's case I could not find either or. So there is no clips of any way, shape, or form for today's movie, which I can understand why. It's a little obscure. It's one that people don't really ever talk about, and I understand why, because it is an interesting one. I don't know if I like it or not. Actually, I don't like it. I think it's a piece of shit. But that's neither here nor there. It is none other than 1981's Victims! Gotta yell it since there's an exclamation point there at the end. Victims! I always have fun with that. But this came out from Olive Films, and this is part of their slasher video collection. It is I believe this is a standard issue press Blu-ray. Yes, it is a standard issue press Blu-ray. No BDR on that. As far as reversible artwork, there is zilch. There is nothing going on that reversible side. As far as special features go, you got a commentary with the director, Jeff Hathcock, and then you got what else was on there? There was a trailer and an interview and photo gallery, and that's it. I could have snagged the trailer off of here, but I didn't. I decided not to because it's would be a waste of my time and yours as well, because the quality of it is so piss poor and degenerated that it's very, very hard to see make anything coherent. The sound is very bad. This is not a good movie by any means, folks. This is one of the worst things I've ever had to review. This one's going to be a tough one for me because there is nothing I can really say that is positive about this movie. There is going in looking at the cover art alone, I would automatically assume, hey, it might be something decent, but it is not. This one stars Ava Kaufman, Robert Axlerod, Lonny Withers, Ann Richardson, Geri, Schlessel, and Pam Richards. And like I said, this is directed by Jeff Hathcock. As far as anything else that the cast or crew is the cast has done, I didn't notice anything worthwhile. This is one of those that I had a very hard time just even doing any kind of research on it because it is so obscure and it is such a bad film in general. It's a surprise that this even got a Blu-ray release, in my opinion. Olive Films was reaching out and trying their best with something here, and they did a piss poor job with it. If it says down here, this film is restored from the best quality available product. I hate to see what the worst available product looks like, because this one is bad. It is so dark in places and so grainy and fuzzy that you have a hard time focusing in on what's going on with the regular crew or with the cast. The story is extremely incoherent. It starts off with these two dudes that robbed a bank. One of them is dressed up like a woman, and he ends up having a little scuffle with one of the guards. The guard gets killed in the process, and he takes off running, still dressed as a woman, which it's so hard to tell that what he looked like because of he was the camera was not very good. This thing was filmed on somebody's reel to reel, and they did zero restoration, I feel like, with this. This is bad. I can't say enough how much of a piece of shit this movie is. What is it about exactly? This is not going to be a long review because I really do not want to talk about this movie just because it is so bad. What is it about? It's about, like I said, you start off with these two dudes that rob this bank. One is dressed up like a woman, gets away. The guard is killed in the process. They come across another couple. They take their vehicle and da 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 da. Fast forward it to these four girls that are getting ready to meet up. You get to meet each and every one of them in some way, shape, or form. That ends up with them being nude. So that is one thing that this one does have a lot of is nudity, which you will. Still, it does not. It's nothing to say. It's no saving grace in this case, because sometimes that can help. But these women, you can't tell what they look like because the picture quality is so bad. You can tell that they're naked, but you can't really make shape of anything other than they had a lot of tan lines. I could see that these women had very white butts because they tanned so much in their little skivvies, but they had these super tanned white butts, super tan bodies with white butts. So they meet up with these girls that are going out camping. They're going to go. It's some sort of like school project that they're working on, to where they're going to go and check out this mountainous terrain and stuff, this desert terrain, which is something that they are learning about in school. Kind of a lame excuse, in my opinion, to have some people go out camping, but if that's what you want to go with, that's what you go with. And this movie was only made in a couple of weeks, which it really shows it wasn't made. It was made pretty fast. I think it originally ran under the title of Weekend. At one point, I know that the director, Jeff Hathcock, which his name cracks me up because he Hathcock. Jeff Hathcock! Christ. But at one point, this is a trivia thing. How true it is, I'm not sure. But they ran into a satanic cult out there in the desert, and they had a little bit of a not a scuffle, but they had a little bit of a fight go on amongst them, like probably a yelling fight. I'm guessing nothing physical. I imagine the satanic group tried to be intimidating, but usually Satanists come across. In my opinion, they're not intimidating. They're no more intimidating than a regular person. They just have a different belief than you or I. But what else do we have going on here? When they meet up with these four girls, it's the standard, let's beat the hell out of them, rape them. He makes one girl go down on the other girl. It's really poorly done. Like you would think, oh, hey, cool, you get to see a chick go down on a chick, like, whatevs, you know. But no, it looks like she's kissing her belly button. Her face is up so high from it, and plus the girl is standing. I don't know how in God's name, not unless her tongue was like this long, maybe more like that. If her tongue was like that long, maybe it went all the way down and like curled up. But otherwise, she was definitely just kissing this girl's belly button. It's kind of funny. She was tickling her chin with her pubes, it looked like. Oh, Matthew. But they do all of these dastardly things. It doesn't even really seem like anything like too dastardly or depraved to where you're like, oh my God, I hope these poor young girls get away. No, it's pretty lame in my opinion. One of the girls is like hurt like before in the process of these guys coming to get them, because these guys pull couple little tricks on them, like throwing boulders down the canyons of the mountain. And one of them gets hurt in the process. So she's pretty much incapacitated until later on, when she finds a buck knife and she stabs one of the guys in the back. And then it has a little ordeal going on with where they're a little scuffle kind of thing, but the other guy comes up and everything is quickly defused, and the bad guys make one of the girls go with him down to the car to get a first aid kit, because he got the bitch stuck me, I think is what he said. She stuck me. But they had to go down there and get a first aid kit, fix them up, blah, 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 blah. As the guy and the one girl is down there, there's another scuffle. The girl ends up winning the fight and shoots the guy dead. Or no, she doesn't shoot him dead. I'm sorry. He goes to shoot her and she gets away. They crawl up the side of this other like canyon type ordeal going on, and they're having a little scuffle, and she's able to fight him off, and he falls off of the side of the canyon and dies. Yeah, I'm giving away a little much on this one, only because this is one I don't want you guys to go out and watch. If you do, you do. That's your own bad. I try. I'm trying really hard to dissuade you from going and seeing this lump of shit. I did you guys a solid and paid $15 for this, for a Blu-ray that is like third-rate gray market VHS quality. It is bad, which I do like the artwork. That's what initially drew me in, and then the fact that it's a rape revenge kind of movie, because the girls do get revenge on these guys. One falls off, and then the other one gets his pecker cut off. You don't see anything. It's all done off camera. It's one of those use your own judgment, use your own mind for the illusion type ordeals. Fast forward a little further, the cops have them. They're accusing these girls of actually taking advantage of these guys and killing them. Not the fact that they were raped and held. They were accosted by these two men. No, nay, they say. But eventually they figured out that, oh no, they're telling the truth, with very little persuasion to change sides on, to flip flop on the sides that they're already going with on this one. All right, now what kind of ratings would I give this thing? On the technical side, this thing's a 1. It is barely coherent enough for me to figure out what the hell is going on with the story. That is one of its problems. The editing is incoherent as well. You go from scene to scene and they make no sense from what the scene was beforehand. The camera angles, there's nothing really of any like importance or not importance, but anything that is really worth mentioning. There's some nice little jump cuts, some quick cuts, but nothing that really can fix this thing. It just made it seem a little more manic than anything. And the acting is so horrendous. Like you can, it almost feels like they're just off camera with cue cards feeding them their lines, or they told them to go in and improv it, and these girls couldn't figure out what to say or whatever they came up with. They were fed, and it's almost line for line whatever they were fed, and it's just really bad writing all around, bad filmmaking all around. This is one where I give them I give them an A for having some effort towards it, but they didn't put enough effort in it. Actually, I give them a C in an effort, just because they could have done more. They could have done a lot more. Like with this artwork, if you notice these two eyes, they look extremely familiar, and I didn't notice it until it was pointed out by the analog archivist that it's the same two eyes from the cover artwork from the movie The Forest, the 1986 slasher, I believe, is when that one came out. Either way, it came out in the 80s. That's all I remember, and it was part of the UK BBFC's video nasties. Unlike this doesn't deserve any kind of like banning or cutting. It just deserves to be not a Blu-ray. It deserves to stick on VHS and disappear, because this is a bad piece of crap. As far as like any kind of like technical, or I mean entertainment side goes, this thing is a 1. This is like a 1 or a 2 out of 10 kind of movie. It is wretched. I hate even holding it. That's how bad this movie is. It's burning my flesh. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna get the hell out of here. Get the fuck away from me, victims. Piece of crap. I dislike that movie almost as much as I dislike Snuff 102 and The Butcher. Those movies are just god awful. Anyways, I'll see you tomorrow with an amazing. I have to make up for today's crap film. Yesterday's was a very good film. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a huge fan of that one. But tomorrow is going to be like, it's like a 9 or a 10 out of 10 kind of movie. It's that good. It's one of those that I am very, very happy to own multiple copies, and I'm happy to finally review it for you guys. Alright guys, love your faces.